Hello. Today I'm here on Main Street again. As you can see, it's a bit more active than it was at night, and I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to go and check out some old buildings today, and then ultimately the goal will be to go to the casino at night. But right now it's about between 5 and 6 p.m. right now, so I've got a few hours before it gets dark, and I'm going to try to spend that time wisely by checking out some cool stuff while I have daylight. So let's get to it. I'll start by actually showing off this building right here. I think it's probably a church or something. A lot of tall buildings like this usually are, and it has a cross on top, so that's usually a big clue. But yeah, Danville has some cool architecture like this. A lot of interesting looking churches. I thought that would be a cool thing to show at the beginning of the video. You couldn't really see too much of this stuff last night because it was dark and everything. But I also found this interesting little building right here. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm not sure who just yelled at me. But I don't know what the deal is with this building here, if I'm supposed to go here or not. Hopefully that guy yelling at me wasn't an indication that I'm not supposed to go here. But it's got this cool old car, and it goes down. Oh, another cool old car. Okay, these look like new cars, so maybe this is still in use. Looks abandoned, but I'm not even sure, to be honest. You never know with some of these buildings. This area down here looks quite interesting. I think it leads to a dead end though, so I think I'm gonna have to end up going out the way I came. But yeah, I just wanted to give it a look real quick. Some other building right there, defense, but oh, it looks like there's even, wow, there's a door down there. This used to go somewhere. I'm not exactly sure what this building was used for, but it's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here now, since those cars right there look new and not derelict and everything. So that makes me think someone is actively using this property perhaps, and that I'm not supposed to be here. And you know, I'm no stranger to going places where I'm not supposed to be, but when people are, you know, when it's this obvious of a place, it's like right here on Main Street and it's broad daylight and people are seeing me go in and walk around, probably not best to stick around for long and push my luck with that kind of stuff. So we will just move on. So over here is the Museum of Fine Arts and History. Kind of interesting that they would combine them into one like that. You don't see that too often. But yeah, I've never been there, but I'm sure it's nice. I do like to go to a good museum every now and again, especially free ones. Oh, look at this building. It's another like old, crazy looking building. But again, there's like a car back there that looks like somebody's car. So I don't know if this building's in active use, but at least the one next to it seems to be. There's packages on the front porch. I don't know if anyone's coming to retrieve those packages, but cool looking building anyway. We're coming up on another one of these very tall churches. You can actually see two of them from here. Another one of these buildings that looks quite old with these lion statues out front and stuff. We've got a lot of nice, really nice little houses here on Main Street that were all, I guess, funded back in the day by you know, profits from Danville's booming tobacco and textile industries. You know, we went and looked at the mills and stuff a couple videos back, and you know, we talked about how those were the ones we looked at were cotton mills, in particular, textile mills. But Danville does have a lot of old tobacco mills and stuff too. We saw the Virginia Tobacco Co. warehouse in the last video as well. Another abandoned looking building. Yeah, it's cool because you have a lot of these like really nice buildings, some of which just look totally overgrown and abandoned for some reason. It's got its gate cracked. I assume someone lives in this one. This one looks nice enough. Oh, it's even got water coming from the fountain. More than can be said about a lot of the public fountains in town, strangely enough. Another cool building. Yeah, it's just like this, just one after another. These really architecturally cool, like Victorian style buildings and stuff like that, So it is quite nice to just walk down Main Street and admire the buildings if you're into that sort of thing, which I definitely am. Ah, that one looks really overgrown over there. Alright, we'll continue on. Even during the day, Main Street here can feel pretty sleepy sometimes. It's not like what I'm used to in New York, for sure. More of these cool old buildings, and it's interesting because a lot of them are made out of like brick and stuff, it looks like too, which is quite interesting because a lot of residential buildings in the United States are famously built from wood instead of brick, even though in a lot of other countries they mainly build with brick because wood is considered to be cheap and brittle, which it kind of is in comparison to brick. There's a reason that all the oldest buildings that are left in ruins tend to have their brick remaining, and any wood parts tend to be rotted away and stuff. But yeah, it's always cool to see really nice houses like that built with brick. On this site said the residence of James E. Schoolfield. That's pretty cool. I did miss my turn, but that's okay because we can just take the next turn and everything will be okay. All these people and cross in front of me and stuff, and I'm having to make them wait, which they can wait. They're in cars. I'm the pedestrian here. I'm the one who's taking pretty much the longest, the most time-consuming form of transit. So they can wait a few seconds to let a pedestrian pass. But I don't know, like growing up in America, you still have this like ingrained guilt about making drivers, inconveniencing drivers too much as a pedestrian. It's like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. It's pretty fucked up, honestly. Oh, that looks kind of cool over there. But I can't really stop and look at every little building parking lot right now because I'm not trying to make this another, well, it can be another 40 to 50, almost hour-long video, but I've got like a bunch of stuff to film later at the casino, so I'm not trying to make this section too long. And I feel like it's already getting a little bit long with how much I like to yap. So we'll see how it turns out. What's up, Kappa? Okay, now this is the signal that we're starting to get into the cool part of town. Well, not to say that part of town wasn't cool too. It was. Dude, it's crazy. Look at that. Like, the side of that building makes it look abandoned as hell, but a lot of these abandoned buildings, or a lot of these buildings that are presumably still in use, look abandoned. Like, there's a lot of these warehouse type buildings just look like shit, and no one ever seems to bother to really repair them very much. I guess as long as they're not in too bad of a state of disrepair. But yeah, we're headed this way towards the old school. Oh, it looks like maybe we can pass through here and go up these stairs. Adventure awaits. Well, this is kind of cool. I came up the stairs, ended up in this little elevated parking lot, and there's actually like a roof right here. You can see the mountains in the distance and the other buildings and stuff over the top of this roof. And then down here there's windows and stuff, so I guess this is like a whole ass building that's like built on the lower level down there, down a hill or something. Oh look, you can even see through there's like a little grill and decorated alleyway and everything. How cute is that? Wow. I wonder if someone lives here. This might be people's actual houses and stuff. So let's continue moving along. That's kind of cool. Oh, cool little shed over there, or whatever the heck that is. Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's like an old shed. Looks like it has some supplies and stuff in it. It's blocked off from where I'm at now, but there's obviously a way in from over there or something, since, you know, there's stuff over there. But I don't know if anybody's been there in a while. Looks kind of just untouched, I guess. You know, I was gonna say like trash, but it doesn't even look trash. Like, trash is how I would expect it to look if someone had been there recently, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Alright. Oh wow, look at that over there. I wonder if that's the old school building. Not sure, to be honest, but we will soon find out what the heck that is. Okay, no, this was not the school. This was just a church again, I'm pretty sure. In fact, one we already passed, because I got totally turned around back there. Yeah, I think I might even remember looking in that parking lot. But yeah, I got totally turned around back there. So that happens sometimes when you're exploring. Whatever. But yeah, this thing I'm looking for will be right around the corner up here. So I'll be back with you in a moment. Oh, look at the lovely stained glass. See, that looks cool as hell down there too. Like, it's weird. This looks like, well, no, this is obviously used for something. This is the DAC, the Danville Education, Arts, and Cultural Center, I think. But see, that staircase looks fun to climb, but no way I'm getting away with that. Way too many items in here. Oh, this is a cool little property too. I'm gonna stop getting distracted. Huh, this is really cool too. This gate leads down this little path, and there's that like double set of wooden doors over there. I don't know what this building is. Maybe another church building or something, but oh well, there's a cross on it over here. So Episcopal Church of the Epiphany. I guess that whole building belongs to them. That is cool as hell, man. I must say, even though I've never been a church-going person, church architecture, a lot of cool church architecture out there. Ooh, what's this? Steep hill. Interesting. Love the verticality around here. I just don't like having to, you know, walk up and down all these hills necessarily, but it makes for some cool things to look at the very least. Look, this is funny. Private property. Your trespasses will not be forgiven. What is this one saying? Please deliver all packages. Oh, okay. Yeah, kind of clever for a church. Huh, this is interesting too. Like a big 3-story wooden staircase going up this building. There's another one of those buildings that like looks kind of abandoned-ish, but it also looks maintained enough that I'm pretty sure it might not be abandoned. Don't want to fall down there, that's for sure. Well, this is the place. I guess that's where their sign used to be. Overgrown parking lot, clear signs of abandonment. And yeah, this is the building right up here. It's not in the most low-key area, but it doesn't have like a fence or anything around it like I kind of expected. It does sound like there might be power on. I feel like I hear the sound of something like running, so I don't know if they keep the power on here or what. I mean, it's scheduled for demolition, but don't know what that means. But we will have a look around. Looks like someone left their stuff here. Package pickup. Please ring bell for service. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what deals with this. This is like a full backpack and blanket and everything. I hope that somebody doesn't need that. This is cool. This little William Bay area. Yeah, I hope I don't know if that's where someone stashed their stuff. It doesn't seem like the safest place to stash your stuff. I don't know if it means that someone is inside there, and they they put that there as a warning to stay out or whatever. And if that door is actually accessible, but I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna go walk the perimeter first, especially since there was just like a car. Huh, this is interesting. Looks like it was a door at one point, but has the handle removed. Yeah, there's a car just like sitting back there. Huh. Looks like it has razor wire on this fence. I don't know what this was or is. But yeah, there's a car just sitting back there, kind of like looking in my direction or facing my direction. Don't know if the guy's like watching me or anything necessarily, but oh, look at that. Fairfield Inn Marriott. I guess there was like a hotel over there at one point. It doesn't look like the sort of building that would house a hotel, but I don't know where the hell that sign came from. Got this over here, some kind of power box thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a little, maybe this building, oh, I was gonna say this building looks abandoned, but there's fucking, I mean, there's dogs barking there, it sounds like, so I don't know what's going on in this part of town. I don't know if this is squats or what. You got more people's shit just sitting here on the sidewalk. A fucking backpack and everything. What the hell is up with that? Why are people just leaving their shit everywhere? What is going on here? Are people getting picked up and just like having their shit left behind? What is going on, dude? I feel bad. I don't want to just leave the shit. Oh, what the hell? There's actually lights on here. There's bottles sitting there too. Why would there be lights on? I guess there is power on. I guess I was right. I'm just gonna walk through the parking lot here. Take a look at the front of the building. Yeah, there's lights on inside there too. That's kind of crazy. Definitely was not expecting that. I guess this building's not quite as abandoned as I expected it to be, because it's more like actively getting prepped for demolition. And I guess that means maybe there's workers coming here and doing stuff like taking stuff out, you know, deconstructing the building and such. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's, you know, I'm thinking like, could that be a Magnet High School? There's the thing still, the decal, and this is where the old sign was, the big main sign. Can I walk up and look inside real quick? What the hell? Oh my god, dude. I thought that was a person laying there for a second, and then I realized it was a fucking mannequin. It was like a dummy. Maybe they're using this place for like fire department or EMS drills or something. That's what it seems like. It seems like they might be using it for something like that, because there was a couple dummies laying on the floor, one of them with a fucking safety vest thing on, like a firefighter would wear or whatever. That was crazy. I was like, wait, I thought that was a guy laying on the floor. I didn't think he was like dead, but here's some cans of food and stuff. Yeah, I didn't think he was like dead, but I thought that I thought that someone was sleeping right there. I was like, okay, so maybe someone's using this as a squat and they're fucking just sleeping right there for some reason. This is a little enclosed little area. Sounds like there's fucking music coming from over here. I don't know if it's coming from inside or... Oh no, I think it's coming from over in this direction. I was just my ears were getting confused where the direction the sound was coming from. But this is kind of cool. But yeah, that dummy spooked me. That was pretty funny. Anyway, I'll see if I can find anything else of interest. Oh yeah, that backpack though, man. What the hell? Someone just... Well, that person over there is mad. They just yelled as they got dropped off. And they just flung that fucking door open. Like they had a problem with it. But yeah, I'm still confused about those backpacks. I was like, oh, you know, maybe workers are here and they left their work on the backpack, but there's no cars here. So I don't think there's any workers here. So I don't know why there's just 2 backpacks and like blankets and fucking wheelchairs and shit sitting just in random places around this block, but I don't have a good feeling about it, that's for sure. But I guess there's not really much I can do, because there's not even any people around here for me to ask, hey, do you know who left that there? All I can do is just leave it and hope that whoever left it there comes back for it, because I certainly am not going to like go through anyone's shit. So yeah, okay, I stand corrected. I said there were no cars here in the parking lot, so no workers could be here. There is technically one car in the parking lot. I just didn't really notice it because it's so far away that I thought it was perhaps just parked here for this building or whatever. But yeah, I don't really know. I guess it could be someone here. I did see a crazy guy walking past just right down here, banging on the windows and stuff and talking to himself. But I just didn't make eye contact, and he passed me by, so cool. I think I'm gonna head out of here and head to the next spot now. So yeah, see you then. Do this. Basically no one on this road, but it's so needlessly wide for how much traffic it seems to get. So weird, man. There's that big old water tower I was at last night. Oh, that's a little too much of a zoom. Ain't she a beaut, though? I don't know if this place is still in use, but it's got these cute string lights going on here. So that's cool, even if the windows make it kind of look like a abandoned jail or something. I don't think Colonial Vendors is active here anymore. Just have a feeling, but then again, there's a car there, so who knows what's going on with this place. On we go. This right here is the Juvenile Detention Center. You can see it's got a nice big tall fence over it. I think it's barbed wire on top. I don't think that's razor wire. I think it's just the standard got that thing where it comes out a little bit. It's got the 3 layers of barbed wire. Not the hardest type of fence to get past, but not the easiest either. Especially when it's up on a wall like that. Yeah, not gonna have a good time getting in or out of there. That's for sure. This is pretty cool. You got this big old smokestack looking thing right there, just freestanding. I'm here again. I actually came by here last night. Over there was that little yard with the abandoned train and stuff. I could have sworn this was where the thing was that I climbed up, but maybe the thing I climbed up was further over that way. Because otherwise, I guess they removed it. Right? But yeah, I did pass by there. But now I'm going this way instead, which I haven't gone yet. And there's some train tracks I'm coming up to up here. So that's always a good sign. Oh, the Danville Register and B. Oh, I remember passing this building as well. I did come this way, I guess. I think I came from that way, down that street, and I came around this corner and came this way, and then cut through here. That's what happened. Oh, this is a cool looking building here. But yeah, I haven't crossed the train tracks yet, so that's what we're going to be doing now. Adventure awaits beyond the tracks. Here's the tracks over here. That's the Amtrak station down there that I was at last night. And this here is milepost 236. Because like I said, Danville is right around milepost 235, so 236 is right there. Just like I said. I freaking told you, I don't just say these things, man. Oh, look at this. Looks like there's going to be a train coming through momentarily here. Might get to see another freight train during the day. We shall find out in any minute, I guess. Oh, I hear it coming. Here it comes. Let's get up here and get ready for it. any riders. Lots of cool graffiti all along the length of the train. Everyone's tagging this bad boy up for years and years, probably. Is it slowing down? Or is it just me? It might be my imagination. Wonder how long this one's gonna be. Definitely pretty long. Back there. Another one coming past. Holy crap. Double whammy. It's like a double rainbow, but even better. Double freight train. All the way across the tracks. Wow. BNSF. What is that, BNSF? Car doing here? There's no BNSF around here. This is Norfolk Southern territory. Wow. This is quite fortuitous timing to be out here and be right at the train tracks, right when these are coming by, huh? Looks like we're reaching the end of this one here. But still got more of this one coming. Still got plenty more. Oh look, someone dropped the lighter on the ground. Ground score. Feel bad for these cars sitting here, having to wait for not just one train to come by, but two. Oh, good. At least this one's getting close to the end now too, though. I don't think this one is quite as long as the first train. But just like last night, it took over 4 minutes for these trains to fully pass. So. See you later, buddy. Okay. Well, that was cool. Onwards to the east. Man, it'll be a nightmare getting up that driveway in the winter when it's icy. Look at this thing right here. It says that it's a church. I mean, it has the stained glass and everything, but it's a Baptist church. Well, I'm not so sure. Honestly, it's looks kind of beat up at the top and stuff, but then again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I guess a lot of these places might look beat up, but they're still functional. I mean, the roof looks okay, so it's a good sign. And there's a car in the back, a van that has their branding on it, so definitely still in use, I would say. Man, all the hills around here, the terrain just makes for very interesting streetscape, I think. But I'm almost to where I want to go. I'm going to the P. Lorillard tobacco warehouse complex, I believe it's called. It's some old warehouses constructed in the early 1900s that are really fucking huge, and used to be tobacco warehouses. So we're gonna go take a look at them. And you can also tell that just by the lack of sidewalks and everything, and the whole way this area is laid out, that this is not really meant for pedestrians. Though it seems like some people are somehow living on this street, which I feel bad for them. But I also feel bad for anyone who has to be a pedestrian on the street like me. Well, everyone except me, because I never feel bad for myself. I deserve it. I deserve everything. Yep, there's the first of the buildings right there. Big old warehouse building. I should be able to hopefully get a better view of it in a minute here when I go around the corner. And that water tower up there is also one of the tallest structures in the area. The old P. Lorillard water tower. Not in use anymore, I assume, given its old, very rusted appearance. But let's see if we can go this way. This is kind of cute, but again, like, someone's living here. It's crazy. It doesn't look like anyone's living there anymore, but it looks like someone was living here. Unless this was like an office, an industrial office building type thing. But we're gonna go up, see how close we can get to these warehouses. I'm not gonna go into the fence because I think it's private property, and obviously there's people around here and stuff right now. And these warehouses, I think, are being rented out. I'm not sure if any are currently being rented out, but I did see something about warehouse space being rented out here. So they're at least trying to rent them out. So that means whoever owns them is not going to take too kindly to people, urban explorers and stuff, just snooping around. I'm surprised that this gate is just open like this. Not sure what is the deal with that vehicle over there. So you have, I believe, two of the buildings right here. And these buildings, I think, see, there's one right here and then one in the distance over there. I think these ones are 530 feet long each, something like that. There's 5 buildings in total here. 4 of them are 530 feet each. And the 5th one was originally that same length, but then got extended, got an extension added onto it, and now it's like 925 feet or something, I believe. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is like a family or if this is people that work here or what, but I'm just trying to take a little video. Yep, this is the long one, the longest one, almost 1,000-foot long one. It's pretty impressive. Okay, so I couldn't get too much closer to the other 2 buildings, which is okay because the last 2 buildings are just very similar to these first 2. And I was hoping to get a little closer to the water tower maybe, but it's fine. We can pretty much see see what the deal with it is from here. But yeah, those people standing there, I wasn't sure what their deal was. Turns out they work here, I guess. They didn't look like workers or whatever, but they asked me, like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, I'm just walking around exploring. And they're like, oh, well, this is private. I was like, oh, this whole area is private? Which then I looked behind me and I realized I had just walked through like a big fence line, I guess, but they had like a big, I guess the gate was open, so I didn't even notice that I had just walked through the fence. It just looked like a big road. I thought I was still on the public road, but I guess not. So, well, we went and checked that out at least, looked at those buildings, took in their grand scale, and now it's time for us to move on. And really, I'm close to wrapping up here. I just wanted to kind of generally walk around this area of town and look at a few more warehouse sort of buildings. Oh, that looks like a residential house, but it's got a freaking vending machine on the front porch. That's very interesting. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep walking around a little bit in this area for a little while longer and see if there's anything else I see that, you know, kind of piques my interest and that I find interesting enough to film. And then we will wrap up here and go to the casino in a little bit to end the video off. So fun. Okay, I'm passing by this like field right here, and I'm like, is that a swing set back there? What the hell is that? I'm gonna go and check it out. I mean, looks like maybe it used to be a swing set at the very least. I don't know if you could say that it really is anymore. Huh. Actually, I don't even know if it was a swing set. I don't know. I mean, well, I think it... Oh, it was. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Okay. We are back at the railroad tracks here. I am not exactly sure. It's an old building right there. Not exactly sure what this is. This is like... Well, this is some kind of utility station. NFD yard. Due to close clearance of the count track centers, employees are prohibited from riding the side of moving equipment. I don't know if I'm allowed to go this way, but I'm gonna try at least. There's like a bunch of cars here, so it looks like people are obviously gonna see me, but I don't see like a no trespassing sign or anything, so I'm just gonna assume that this is a public walking trail, and I'm just going to go and see what there is. Oh, that's no trespassing sign there. Well, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. See, the thing is, I think there's actually a trail here through the woods that will take me back to the park. So my goal here is to hopefully make it all the way along that trail without anyone give me a hard time. I mean, I don't think any railroad employees will really try to confront me. Usually they don't. Although I am a pretty visibly non-threatening person, so who knows, maybe they would just decide to take that risk when they normally wouldn't. But, there's graffiti there, of course. It's kind of cool walking around this little industrial yard. But, yeah, I'm just trying to get through here and kind of get to the wooded area, the trail, as quickly as possible before anybody has time to ask me what I'm doing here, or God forbid call the cops or anything. I don't want the bulls showing up. I don't even know if they have fucking bulls here, because I don't imagine you have many people trying to fucking train hop from Danville. But who knows, man. We'll see what we can find up here. I think we're almost to the trail. We'll see if it really is a trail or if it's just too treacherous to try to navigate. Okay, so I found the trail here, and just gonna walk along this trail next to the track, and hopefully it'll be okay. What's that smell? I smell something that smells like fucking... are these like burnt or something? It smells kind of like a charcoal or some kind of fuel or something. It's really weird. But, well, there's an arrow here. Go this way, I assume that means. So, I guess that means that I'm allowed to be here. I'm gonna ignore that sign over there. Pretend like it doesn't exist. See, now this is where the rails really stop and turn into just bullshit, because this is an old, unused track that, you know, has now just been overgrown, kind of reclaimed by nature. So I don't know why there would be any issue with me walking along here. I mean, it even looks like it's made for people to take a leisurely stroll on. I don't know what's all the trespassing talk about. But, yeah, I don't know, I'm not too worried about it. Usually those signs are just there to scare you anyway, and nobody's gonna do anything about it, especially if they don't find out. If you trespass in the woods and nobody knows about it or reports you, does it really happen at all? That's the question. Look at this. There's a little trail going off to the side here, towards the river. Surely this wouldn't be here if this wasn't meant for someone like me to be walking down here, right? Let's see where it goes. Okay, well, it led to this little clearing so far. Yeah, well, there's a bag here. So obviously, people have been here, walking around. So I can't be the only one. But the question is, where does it go? Oh, I see. It goes over here to this little spot by the river. Huh. See now, how are they gonna try to keep people from this? How are they gonna try to gatekeep this with no trespassing signs? This is ridiculous, man. Okay, back to the trail now, and I don't see any cop cars coming down the trail for me yet, so we shall continue on our way to our destination. And here's the end of the tracks. The tracks just turn into this trail, which, you know, once again, seems like was made for people to walk on. Oh, that's cool. Right up there, I think, well, actually, I don't know what that is directly up there. I was gonna say, I think up there is the active tracks, but no, I think they're a little farther away. Warning. Buried fiber optic cable in this vicinity. Violators subject to prosecution. No digging. No digging here, guys. Oh! What the fuck? Jeez, just scared the shit out of me. I think a big ass heavy bug just like flew in the back of my arm. I was like, what the fuck is that? Alright, we're coming up on this bridge up here. Oh, there's a deer running up there. Coming up on this bridge, which I think is the active rail bridge. And I think once we pass under this, we will soon be to where we're going. Not sure what this thing is right here. Warning, animal capture devices. Keep children and pets away. Oh, animal capture devices. What is some kind of trap or something? Don't know what kinds of animals they're trying to trap there, but whatever. Look, looks like another little path over there that probably goes down to the river again, but I'm not gonna bother going down there. This is a really cool bridge right here. It's cool to be able to see it from, you know, from underneath, which I guess not too many people get a chance to do. Oh, there is graffiti up there. There is someone's tag right there. So, impressive work. However you got that up there. Yeah, I don't know if this is the sort of place people come to hang out. Looks like it would be a chill place to hang out, but oh wow, it's like actually dripping too, the ceiling. The roof is dripping. Wonder what that's all about. Huh. Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to come here legally or whatever. So there's nobody really here. There's a loading bay of some sort. Oh shit, there's people biking right there. I think I'm good. I think I can actually maybe access that trail from here. Not sure. We'll find out. But we are almost at the end where I wanted to be here. Oh, there's little bunnies over there. I just missed them, unfortunately, but they were just hopping into the woods. There is like a little bridge here that I guess people used to be able to go on. But it's not accessible anymore. It says keep out. I think I'm going to try to get out at this gate up here because there's a lot of people walking around. They're probably wondering, what the hell is this guy doing here? I don't want to raise too many questions or have anyone call the cops on me or anything. So Just gonna try to slip out through this gate here. I think I'm skinny enough, to be honest. Okay. The phone probably got caught. Okay. I'm good. I'm out. Smooth. No cops. No issues. Shit, now I'm wondering if I'm even allowed to be in here. Because these gates seem to be locked up. Shit. I'm gonna have to climb over a gate. I don't want to have to climb over a gate right here. Maybe I might have to go back here in order to climb over a gate in a slightly more low-key location. Shit, man, I thought I was home free, but it turns out I was still, I guess, in a restricted area. I thought this place was always open, but I guess it's only open for events and shit. So it could be a chance that someone is calling the cops on me right now, or they already have, and cops are about to get here and see me climbing a fence. So let's try to skedaddle. This fence right here, next to this tree, will do just fine, I think. Alright, I'm out now. Just realized that I had the camera zoomed in for who knows how long. There we go, now it's at the appropriate zoom level. But now I'm back on the public pedestrian path, not breaking any rules anymore. So, that's a weight off my shoulders. And I figure I might as well walk down here real quick and see what's going on down here. See, that's where I came from. That's where I honestly thought that when I got here to this end of the walking trail that I got to from the rail yard, I thought that that it would connect to here, you know, and I wouldn't have to be hopping fences and slipping through gates and shit. But it didn't turn out that way. But it's okay. But yeah, I've never been down in this area before, and I guess you can just sort of walk down here, and there's a little sitting area. I did see it from the pedestrian bridge up there when I walked over that a couple videos ago. I looked down and I was like, oh, that looks cool. But I wasn't sure if it was accessible or not, but I guess it is. And you can also walk right through to this parking lot right here, which I also didn't even know. I didn't even know this parking lot existed, really. I thought that the best place to park if you were trying to, you know, go for a walk here, whatever, would be up there at the train station parking lot, or the parking lot for that park I was just in that I was accidentally trespassing in, I guess. But there's a whole ass parking lot down here too, and that probably even leads to part of the Riverwalk Trail or something. So yeah, not bad. Alright, well, I think we had an interesting old time here downtown, looking at old buildings and trespassing and whatnot. So I'm gonna wrap this part up here, and I'm going to see you guys a little bit later tonight at the casino. So see you there. Okay, so here I am at the casino. That big building right there, I imagine, is the hotel part. Yeah, I regret to inform you that I unfortunately lied to you with the title, because even though the title is Exploring Danville on Foot, I actually drove here, or was driven here rather, and you'll have to forgive me for that, but it's because I came here with my lovely mother.
Oh, don't show me.
She's a little camera shy, but she's wasn't really down for walking half an hour or however long it would take to get here at night and everything. So we drove here, but I will be walking around this area and just kind of exploring the premises. This is actually my first time coming to a casino, so that is kind of interesting. But I don't know, probably not supposed to be filming on the casino floor or anything, so I probably won't be able to do much filming inside or anything, but there'll be plenty of stuff to film outside, including some big smokestacks you can see peeking out up there behind the building. So we'll talk about those in a few minutes. I don't expect to spend much time here, because I looked at the footage from earlier and the video's already getting pretty long. Oh yeah.
There's a bench
So
right there.
we'll see what we can find. You can see the casino floor from out here. These people smoking inside there and shit. So I guess that's normal for casinos. Yep. I can confirm that it smells like smoke in here. It's very loud, which I guess is to be expected. Crap. To think there was a place in Danville that was this poppin' the whole time. There was a Starbucks over there too. Nice light fixture up there. There's food places and stuff over there, I guess. And oh, the big Caesar statue back there. Imagine you saw that. I didn't comment on it. Yeah, I guess this might be like the hotel part over here, because this looks kind of hotel lobby like. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not really gonna bother going on the casino floor because I'm not interested in gambling. Oh, this is cool right here. What's this? DCC Lucky String. Designed and milled by Justin Bomar, Luke Mills, and Matthew Scarce. Precision Machining Technology College 2025, Danville Community College. Oh, I see. So maybe that's like just one solid piece of metal or something like that. Oh, nice. Long hallway down there. Roped off. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, now I'm going to go back outside and I'm going to see if I can get some cinematic angles of the building and check out those big smokestacks and stuff. Oh, wow, okay. Well, here I am outside, and here are the smokestacks. They look absolutely crazy, all lit up like that. These are, I believe, locally known as the Three Sisters. And see, this whole sort of complex here used to be a like a textile mill complex. There was like a whole bunch of textile mills and housing for, you know, mill workers. There's the big helmet, signify that it's Caesars. Yeah, and you had all your mill workers like living there and stuff, and schools, you know, for their children and stuff like that. And yeah, that was kind of the heart of Danville's textile industry for a long time. And obviously, eventually, the textile industry died down, and the whole complex became abandoned. Became a hotspot for urban explorers and stuff. And it was just kind of sitting derelict and decaying for a long time. And then, a few years back, Caesars finally bought it, and they obviously built this whole casino and resort complex on the old grounds of this textile complex. But they kept these three smokestacks up because they were so iconic. I think each one is about 220 feet tall. And they're such an iconic part of the Danville skyline that they kept them up, and they actually reinforced them and added these lights and everything to make them look even nicer. And now they're a part of Caesar's Legion, if you will. Oh look, we have another love thing, except it's backwards now. I'm right next to these things now, and yep, they're pretty tall. You can definitely tell. That's no joke. Alright, let's go back a little bit and see if we can get a nice view of the casino and smokestacks together to cap things off. Because this video is getting a little long now. I'm sure it might be my longest one yet. Okay. It's a nice little view. Had to step through these bushes to really get a good shot of it, but I walked from where I was over there by those things, and I thought I'd be able to get back in this parking lot, but there was a gate that was closed over there. So I am walking all the way around. Found myself in this parking lot, and I think there's a gate up at the edge here too. So I think I'm gonna have to go left and go all the way around and through the main entrance again. It's weird that they would have a place where you can walk right out, and then all of a sudden, if you go out to the road, you're like locked out of the main parking lot of the resort. That's very strange to me, but who am I to question the wisdom of Caesars? Okay, I'm back. You can't even see shit on that screen there because it's so bright, but I am back in the parking lot. This is like the most brightly lit place in Danville. Very apropos for a casino, I suppose. You know, it's sort of what you'd expect.
I just push a button, apparently.
Yeah, I think we've probably seen enough of this casino now. I mean, I didn't really need to go on the casino floor. Neither one of us is really into gambling, so we just wanted to come and take a look. It looks pretty much like you'd expect from a casino, I guess, right?
Pretty much. Nice flowers, though. So nice.
Yeah, I mean, they keep the property nice for sure. It definitely looks like the sort of, you know, probably billion plus dollar resort property that you know, that just popped up in the last few years. It looks like it, you know. It looks new and exciting and everything, and looks like lots of people are digging it. There's lots of people around, young and old, you know, probably locals and people coming from freaking North Carolina or whatever, you know, to come gamble and have their fun and try their luck. But yeah, I guess that's all for now. Probably gonna wrap it up right about here. I do appreciate you guys joining me in this video today, and you know, walking with me around town, around this little casino resort and stuff. And as always, my Discord is in the description. My Patreon coffee will be in the description if you want to donate some money and support me that way. And you can always like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you feel so inclined to do any of those nice things. So I'll see you later, folks, and next time we're going to Richmond. Until then. Oh yeah, and apologize that I didn't talk to anyone at the casino. I was hoping to do some interviews and stuff, as I mentioned in a previous video, but I didn't. I honestly just had to kind of get in and out in this case quickly because I've got preparations to make, and then I'm trying to hitchhike to Richmond early tomorrow. So there will be more social videos coming in the future. Don't worry, but this one was not it. Sorry about that. See ya. He's hungry today. Go on, butterfly, get your nectar. Get that nectar, buddy.